and welcome to today's episode of Z Case Studies, where we will be taking a look at enzymes and enzyme function. So first of all, what is an enzyme? Enzymes are proteins known as biological catalysts. And what they do is they speed up the rate of a reaction without being used up. So what we do in GCSE is learn about the lock and key model with enzymes. So this over here is what has been depicted as an enzyme. And over here, we have an area known as the active site. This substance in green, though, is known as the substrate, and it's what the enzyme is going to bind to in order to break it down. So what happens is that the substrate and the active site are complementary to one another. So the active site is shaped perfectly so that the substrate can fit into it, just like a lock and key would. Once the substrate binds to the active site of the enzyme, an enzyme-substrate complex is formed. And from then on, what the enzyme can do is break down the substrate and then release the products. So let's take a look at different examples of enzymes. First, we have amylase. And the substrate that amylase acts upon is starch. What amylase does is it breaks starch down into maltose, which is a type of sugar. Then we have the enzyme maltase. Note that a lot of enzymes end with this ASE, and that's a really good clue that a substance is an enzyme. So we have maltase, which breaks down the maltose into glucose. Another enzyme we can look at is protease, and it breaks down proteins into amino acids. And lipase, which breaks down lipids into fatty acids and glycerol. So essentially, what these enzymes are doing are taking large macromolecules or polymers, such as starch, proteins, lipids, and they're breaking them down into their monomers, such as maltose, glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, and glycerol. And these are the examples that we need to know for IGCSE Bio.